All right, so we're going to talk about a simple long-term nurture campaign here. This one is specific to a spiff product. The idea is that you can create effectively the same long-term nurture sequence and change content to work with different products, but this one specifically is with spiff. So just at a high level, we're going to trigger this campaign with an LTM tag. This tag can be applied at the end of any spiff-based campaign. We are driving for a scheduled video appointment or online appointment. So any lead generation, landing pages, forms, anything like that where we're trying to drive an appointment, we can end those campaigns with this LTM spiff tag to drop them into this long-term nurture if they did not actually convert. Then in the middle here, we've got 3 email sequences. This is a fairly standard 3x3 email sequence. So within, we're going to see there's 3 emails inside each one. And each of these sequences are, again, driving for a scheduled appointment. That's what our goal here is. If an appointment is scheduled, then they'll get this appointment scheduled tag, and that'll pull them out of these email sequences, as we can see right here. And then lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the LTM tag on the off chance that they don't convert, right? So if they schedule the appointment and miss it or something like that, we want them to be able to re-enter our nurture sequences if they enter through a different campaign. So when we go into the first sequence here, we can see this is going to kick off right away when they come into the long-term sequence, right? So we have each of the emails. I like to label them with the subject of the email. So is your comp plan helping or hurting? Why spreadsheets aren't cutting it anymore? One client went from chaos to clarity in 30 days, right? So I like to have that set up this way so that we can have a pretty good idea of what these emails are saying before we even open them. And this first sequence, we're going to separate these emails by 2 days on weekdays. And then we're going to put a 1-week delay before it moves into the next sequence. As we can see here, we've got everything set up to send. We've got our link in here. We've got our merge values, so that these are all ready to go. Okay, and obviously the content's different in each one because why would you send the same email to the same person? Get some emojis in there on a few of them to help flavor things up. Okay. Second sequence, we've got set to wait at least 1 week between each of these emails, and then we have a 2-week delay. Same thing, named each of the emails after the subject. Okay. And our last sequence, we've got set 2 weeks in between these remaining emails. So this puts us in a situation where they are, oops, did I change something on accident? Or is this just because I opened it? Okay. So this puts us in a situation in which we have a fairly long sequence in which these clients are still hearing from you and still seeing your name come in. If they were interested in looking at spiff or having somebody help build spiff, they're probably still interested at this point. They're just haven't moved to set up that consultation. So really, what this is here, these long-term nurture sequences, or in reality, this isn't the longest that I've built, but a good nurture sequence is going to collect those leads for you automatically, right? You know, that's the beauty of it. So those leads that aren't converting, let's see if we can catch them with automations rather than having to try and chase them down all the time. So um, again, this is excellent. It can be multi-purpose, multi-use. It can be the end goal for several different beginnings. That's the nice thing about triggering these with a tag. Wherever we want this to start, we can have that tag applied. And these are just excellent builds to help people in the long run catch those leads that normally would just fall through the cracks.